What's up my loves? My name is Paige, this is Paige with Paige, and today we're going to be doing a bookish challenge. Hello my loves, so welcome to this video. This idea was originally created by Erin from Shibasandshelves. I was really stumped with content to make and Erin recommended doing this challenge. So what we have is a mug filled with book characters that I have chosen. I think there are either 11 or 12 characters in here. And then in my other mug, I have something to do with the content, genre, or age range of the book type. And I'm going to pull out a character, pull out a mood, let's say, and I'm going to have to recommend them a book. This could go poorly or it could go really well. I will say that there is Christian Grey in the characters. He is probably one of the only ones that I really don't like in there. The rest of them I'm pretty happy with, and I do feel like I'd be able to at least recommend something, maybe? I don't know. And the moods sort of range from middle grade, adventurous, sci-fi, fantasy, that sort of capacity. So, thank you Erin for this idea, and I hope it doesn't go poorly. I believe, yeah, I can't remember how many little slips of paper I've got, but there should be one mood to one character. So, shall we see what our first combo is? I'm so nervous. My Matilda mug is going to be my characters, so then I can remember what it actually is. First on the chopping block, and I apologize for my handwriting, I don't know what happened, but I could not physically write today, is Spencer from the Skyward series by Brandon Sanderson. Oh goodness. Okay, what's going to be your combo? So I feel like the only one I would redraw is if it's a sci-fi, because that's just entertaining. I'd recommend her own book, but let's see. Let's go with, oh, adventurous. Okay, that actually really works for Spencer's. I feel like she'd want something that there's a lot of action in it. There's, oh, only because I'm reading it now. No, they're too soft. I was thinking Aragon by Christopher Bellini, but I feel like there's not enough violence in that. Oh, I think I found it. So I don't think Spencer is going to be a character that would want to sit and read for hours on end, so I've gone with a shorter one, and that is Alana, the First Adventurer by Tamora Pierce. Strong female lead, not bloody, but definitely I feel like Spencer would be able to relate to their character, and it definitely is an adventure that Alana goes on to become a knight. And there's magic involved. I think this actually is a really good fit. Let me know for any of these if you think it is a good match or not, but I like this. I like this. I know I have epic fantasy in there, so I'm not gonna like worry too much about doubling up on other genres as long as it hits that main thing that I've pulled. And this is definitely an adventure story as well. Yes, I like this. Oh, we started off on a decent note. This is only gonna get worse from here. So next character is going to be this one, and that is that Brevity? Ah! I always put Brevity in these situations because I just love her as a character so much. She is from the Hell's Library series by A.J. Hackworth, and just a beautiful character. Oh, I know what I'd want to combine her with, but we'll see what she gets. And we've got this one, which is, oh, that is a perfect combo, and I have no idea what to recommend. Shit. Oh, ooh, no. Maybe? Oh, shit. Fuck, that's a good one. Yes, okay. I really don't feel like I read enough whimsical. I feel like she would really like Howl's Moving Castle, but I haven't read it yet. Pages & Co. I think she'd love. Ooh, let's do, yeah. Where are you, matey? So for whimsical, for Brevity, I'm going to go with The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I feel like Brevity will love this. It is the soft, warm, comforting, lyrical that I feel Brevity will enjoy. I feel like there's a lot of relation to finding yourself and being true to who you are, which is something that Brevity journeys through in her own story. And oh, yeah, man, this is, I think she also really would hold heart to the children in this and just want to protect them, and that sort of instinct in this will come to the forefront and be a really lovely experience for her as well. So yeah, House in the Cerulean Sea for whimsical with Brevity. Oh my god, yes, Next character. Oh, I always get nervous doing these. We've got that one. Oh god. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so we've got Fitz from the Robin Hobb's Realm of the Elderlings world. I have only read the first trilogy, so apologies if I don't do his later character development justice. I only know him up to the age of 20. So, oh no, what, oh dear, what is this? Oh! Graphic novel. Oh shit, that's hard. I don't feel like Fitz would read graphic novels. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to consult my Goodreads on what graphic novels I've read because I don't own many of them. I'm looking at like Lightfall, I think he would like, but it's a little bit too young for him. Saga, I don't think would be his vibe at all. P-Dragon Society, like, I could see that, but ooh, okay, let's do the Google, shall we? Oh dear, oh no. Bloodlust and Bonnets, I think, comes to the front of my head, but I haven't read it, so I don't feel confident in that recommendation. Oh, this is not a good pairing. This is a painful pairing. If anyone's screaming at me, I'm so sorry. We've got Monstrous, which I don't think would be his vibe. 12% Dread, absolutely not. Lore Olympus, no. Fence, no. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm gonna shrink while I Google. And I don't feel like Nimona's right either. I feel more along his vibes, but I don't think it would be the thing that he would actually like. Oh dear. I just had the thought of I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young. I didn't vibe with those graphic novels, but that doesn't mean that Fitz wouldn't, because he might appreciate that. I can see Spencer appreciating I Hate Fairyland more than Fitz, but if there was going to be one I just stumbled across was the Hobbit graphic novel, so that might actually work for him. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, okay. Because I haven't read the Hobbit graphic novel, I am hesitant to recommend it, but I have read The Hobbit and I feel like the fantasy sort of vibes will be in Fitz's alley and happy to read, and then he might wonder why they're walking so much instead of fighting, but you know. I can't think of anything else that I'd feel comfortable recommending that I have read, aside from I Hate Fairyland or The Hobbit graphic novel. Am I going to go with those? I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna recommend Fitz, I Hate Fairyland and The Hobbit graphic novel. So take of that what you will. That was a combination. I will talk to Ash tonight and figure out what he would recommend. That's a combination. Please let me know down below any that you would recommend. That was a challenge. Okay, continuing on. I have to leave in less than an hour. So we've got Mary Jekyll. So this is from The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. I adored this when I read it recently and just want to talk about it more. So she is a very strong character and I'm curious to see. I think it would be entertaining if... What's that one? Oh, that is very entertaining. So horror with Mary... I'm not gonna recommend her own source material. No. We'll think. My mind immediately jumped to Mexican Gothic because I read it recently. It is in the horror genre and I feel like she would resonate with the conversations that were happening, even if it is more progressive than her time period, but she is progressive for her time. So I feel like that's a decent match, but I wonder if there's anything else. My brain immediately went, I want to do Frankenstein, Dracula, and Edgar Allan Poe, but I decided not to because Mary is sort of in that time frame and would have probably already read them, I believe. So I'm gonna go with my original thought of Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I feel like this hits a lot of notes that Mary Jekyll will appreciate. It does have that horror element to it, which I don't think she'd be afraid of. And I think that in a contemporary setting, she would enjoy this a lot more, as well as the conversations that happen within this. So I think this is a good fit. I didn't want to go with one of the classics. I know she's read a lot from her time, so doing something newer. And I couldn't think of many other horror books that I've read. This is my recommendation. I'm actually, yeah, I feel good about that. Very entertained, but feels very good. Alrighty, so next one. This video is probably going to be quite short considering how much time I'm spending to film it. What is this? Oh, Lazlo! From Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Okay, what are we giving Lazlo? I feel like he'd be down for anything. Hopefully. Except that. Oh no. Oh, okay. What non-fiction have I read? Oh God. I genuinely think Lazlo would be fine to read non-fiction. I just wouldn't know where to begin because the stuff that I read probably wouldn't be in his wheelhouse. Straight away I go Braiding Sweetgrass by looking at Indigenous perspectives, but I haven't read it yet. So, yeah, okay. I sort of have 3 recommendations for this. The first is Otherworldly by Yilam Mak. And this is just a really short non-fiction with different words from different languages and their meanings, because not a lot of them can have a direct English translation, and it's beautiful. The illustrations are adorable, and I feel like this would just be totally up Lazlo's wheelhouse for learning about other cultures, and language is very important. So I feel like this is a solid recommendation, but I also feel like he would gain a lot out of Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom, which is a very philosophical based book, which I think he would take a lot away from it and very much appreciate the experience. And then the other one, which made me giggle, is The Doctor by Dr. Karl Kruszeneski. This is a completely science-based book with a lot of interesting little factoids, and I just feel like that's right up his alley. Otherworldly is definitely my top recommendation, but I feel like these other 2 would also contribute a lot to him, and he'd appreciate it. Yes! Okay, happy with those, happy with those. Let's do another character. We've got Paige Mahoney from the Bone season. Oh dear. I don't know why I put that in, because I didn't. Let's go with that one, which is upside down. Ha! Well, at least my one concern for Christian Grey is gone, so that's good. Paige Mahoney with a middle grade. Oh, there's so many. What is one that is really in empowering yourself? Ooh, there's so many good ones. Half of me is tempted to go with Pet by Akaki Amazu, because not every monster can be seen on the outside. Ooh, that's not a bad one. The other one is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston, which is sort of dealing with yourself when you're thrust into an unexpected situation and trying to navigate a world that seems to be working against you. Okay, yeah, so Pet and Amari are 2 for Paige. I think she would get a lot out of them and maybe take some of the lessons that the protagonist learned to heart as well. I don't see her picking up much middle grade, which is why Pet for me was more of a go-to, because it is smaller than Amari, but I feel like both are good recommendations for her. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself immensely right now. Next up, I don't even know how many I have left. We've got... Oh, Britt Marie! This is Britt Marie Was Here by Frederick Buckman. So sassy, passive-aggressive old lady trying to find herself in this world. I feel like if I get one particular genre, I'd be too many options for choice, but the other ones, I don't know. Oh no. Oh, shit. Oh dear, I regret that choice. So that was 2000s vibes, and I put that in thinking like Twilight, Divergent, you know, those. Oh, what was coming out in the 2000s that's adult? I just had all YA in my head for that. I was thinking maybe Lazlo would be chill with that. Oh, I've made a grave mistake. Oh no. I can't even do Nancy Drew, that was well before then. Okay, let's... Whilst she can sit and obtain and really read into books, I don't feel like that would be her go-to. I feel like she'd want something that's a little bit snappier and shorter. The ones that I've read, oh, this is bad. I don't think she'd like Cloud Atlas, and I don't think she'd like... Maybe she would like Angels and Demons. Not the shortest of books. The first Da Vinci Code one, whatever his face is. Maybe like, oh, why? There's also The Help, Catherine Stockett, which I think would be more up her alley, but I don't think it would be quite the right vibe. Oh! no! Oh, this is so hard. I have a spyglass. I could see her being a Jodie Picoult fan, but I haven't read a Jodie Picoult. Fuck! Oh, sweet lord. A lot of these are ones that I have wanted to read but haven't yet, so I'm like, oh, I don't feel comfortable recommending that. I don't think she'd like City of Ember. Wolf Hall probably, again, haven't read. This is hard. This is very hard to gauge. Ha, stiff. Bother. Bother, bother, bother. Ah! Oh. Ah. Sound like a fucking crow. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm gonna go with The Help by Catherine Stockett. I don't think this would become one of her new favorite books, but I don't think she would hate it. It gives me the 2000s vibes. I'm pretty sure it was published in, please don't be like, 2009. So yes, beautiful. I was thinking like 2000s to 2010s. So right in there. I don't know what she'd take of it. I think she would enjoy it. There are definitely a few scenes in this I know she would cackle at, but I don't know if it'd be a new favorite. So tentative, but this is what I'm going for. Please tell me what you would recommend a passive-aggressive old lady with 2000s vibes. To fuck. Next, I think, oh god, I still have so many fucking characters. How did this happen? Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 more. We'll try and go a bit quicker without having an existential breakdown. So, character is, oh no, Christian Grey. Oh, this hurts. Why could, oh man, why couldn't I have got non-fiction? Shit, I got the perfect book. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. What's a mood got to be? I'm so scared. What do you say? I can't even read my own writing. Oh no. I got thought-provoking. That's what it was backwards. Do I have a BDSM manual for actual consent? Men from Mars? Oh, it cracked me up. Oh, thought-provoking. Oh god. Christian doesn't think. I'm tempted to do the non-fiction I thought of. Do I? Have I unhauled it? No, I kept it. Oh dear. Thought-provoking. For a man that doesn't think. Shit. I entertained myself. So, Ethical Slut is essentially how, looking at polyamory and how to sort of navigate. A practical guide to polyamory, open relationships, and other freedoms than sex and love is the tagline, and this is by Janet W. Hardy and Dossie Eston. For me, there was a couple of things that just didn't really, I didn't vibe with this. I very much appreciate polyamory and being able to have open communication with your partners, which I feel like this could be a good choice. There are little different anecdotes. I recommend that when you are in the company of the unfamiliar, you look for unfamiliar wisdom. You'll find lots of it and it will make you richer. What can you learn? If thinking about all this makes you nervous, what you are experiencing is how threatening it feels when customary boundaries you take for granted and believe apply to all social and sexual situations may no longer apply in some environments. There is no universally accepted boundaries of gender or attraction among consenting adults, and the limits of sexual exploration are not handed down on a stone tablets by some higher authority. I am so happy I opened to that page. I'm chuffed with myself right now. And because I read a lot of feminist non-fiction, it makes sense. The other one I got was Girls and Sex by Peggy Orstein, and this is quoted by Caitlin Moran. If you're going to talk about women in the 21st century, you must read this. So I know Christian isn't going to talk about women. He doesn't. He just steps on them. But this book was very eye-opening for me, and I very much appreciated learning from it. And I feel like if he was open to learning, which I don't think he is, but if he was, this would be the best possible thing to put into his hands. Yeah, I'm proud of myself for that. All right, that's hilarious. All right, so here we go. Get in there good. So we've got, who is this? The opposite end. So this is Hades from Katie Roberts' world. She has two Hades, so either of those they're very similar in personality, so it could apply to either depending on what it is. Okay, let's go with that. Oh my god. From no consent to all consent. Bless. All right, let's have a look-see. Oh! Oh! Okay. Honestly, I feel like he would want harder sci-fi than what I can offer, but immediately, not only because it is one of my favorite sci-fis, but because of the way that humans are talked about, I feel like Hades would really appreciate it. Might be a little bit too slow, and that's the only thing that's making me hesitate, but I feel like the topics and conversations from this are right up Hades' alley, and that is The Long Way to a Smaller In-Group Planet by Becky Chambers, the Wayfarer series. Any of them, but obviously this being the first book is where I would start. It's a soft, comforting, lovely sci-fi with a storyline throughout, but mostly looking at the interactions of different people in different environments and treating others as equals regardless of their presentations. And I really think that Hades would take a lot from it, even if he didn't fall head over and heels in love with the book. I think that the stories and messages he would really appreciate from it and be able to gain a lot from. Is there any other sci-fi? I'm not fucking recommending him Animorphs. Do androids dream of electric? Oh! The other one that just jumped to mind is Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. I think he'd get too mad at how the story goes to be able to enjoy it, whereas this, it would be a slower enjoyment but still enjoyable. I'm gonna stick with this. I feel like this is a solid bet for Hades. They're soft cinnamon rolls and just lovely little beans that appreciate humans in all their facets, and in this we get to see it in other life as well. Yeah, okay, I'm sticking with it. Here we go. Next is, who are you? Addie LaRue. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I can't remember. I know there's epic and cozy fantasy, which would be very interesting for those, and I can't remember what the third remaining one is, so let's see what you are. Have we done epic fantasy? I don't feel like we have. What are you? Epic fantasy. Oh, my brain screams to go with Hob, but that could just be because I was speaking of Fitz earlier. No, okay, we're not gonna go with that. We're going to go an epic fantasy that is strong leads, which, I feel like Addie would appreciate Name of the Wind, but the lack of female characters is delightful for life. I really haven't read much new epic fantasy. Mine's been like Brandy, Sandy, Mistborn. Ooh. I feel like Addie would appreciate Sandy's work. I haven't read Wheel of Time anyway. Oh. I feel like Mistborn's a good spot. I'm just trying to rack my brain if there's anything else that I think. To be fair, Eragon's actually pretty good in terms of female characters and them being vocal parts. I really haven't actually read that much epic fantasy. I'm thinking chunky boys, not just high fantasy that's not set in our world. Do I just want to stick with Mistborn? Like, a lot of these are very popular books, or I haven't shut the fuck up about them on my channel. Or we could go back to Alana. I know that they'd appreciate that. Feisties. No, I'd rather go Sandy over Feisty or Eragon over Feisty. We're going with The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I feel like the females in this are done well, that Addie would very much appreciate their characters, as well as being able to start the series and finding it from a different perspective than usual. And the other one that I stumbled across was Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, but that doesn't necessarily hit what I classify as epic fantasy. I'd say high fantasy for sure because of the magic system in it, but this is more my epic. There is battles, there is all the shit going down, political machinations, and considering that it continues on and sort of goes through different time periods in the later series, not that I've read them yet, but I feel like she'd definitely appreciate this. And I'm not recommending Way of Kings because I haven't read it, so I don't know if she'd enjoy that more. Definitely curious to see what Ash thinks of that combo. Two more. Boop. Let's have a look-see, and you are I feel like that. There we go. Eve Brown. Ooh. Okay. What? That one. Cozy Vibes. Oh. So, do I count it? Okay. I've got time of filming this. I am 46% of the way through Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. By the time this video goes out, I will definitely have finished this. I think I'm gonna do this because Viv opening up their own coffee shop with Eve's background, I think that she would just really appreciate this. I didn't want to go with something so, yeah, popular, cozy at the moment, but it's just a perfect match. The other one that I thought of was the Tea Dragon Society. I don't have my physical copy at the moment. I think that they would also appreciate that series for its cozy vibes as well, and very like food, beverage based. Yeah, no, I feel confident in both of those recommendations to Eve. Oh, that was nicer than some of the other ones we've had. Okay, I genuinely can't remember what my last two things are. So we've got this one. Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake, and my battery's about to die, so let's hope I can think of a recommendation real fucking quickly for... Oh, contemporary lit fic! That's right. Oh no, there's so many options. Oh, okay. Contemporary lit fic is, oh no. There are too many options running through my head right now. Like, I want to say Bookish Life of Nina. No, she wouldn't appreciate that. Oh god, lit fic for stick up the ass people. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Like, I feel like she'd appreciate Girl, Woman, Other for sure. Oh god. Oh god. Battery flashing. Ah. Concern. Why don't I read more things? Oh! Actually, perfect. Queenie by Candice Cartier-Williams. I feel like this is the perfect fit for Astrid because they're both in similar sort of age range and trying to figure out their way in the world. Queenie definitely does have the added challenge of being black, and so that would probably be eye-opening for Astrid in trying to develop a better understanding and appreciation for other people. Queenie's challenges are just so powerful, and I feel that Astrid would take a lot from this. Perfect! Yes! 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 Okay, awesome. To recap, we had Fitz and graphic novels, so I recommended I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young and the Hobbit graphic novel version. For Spencer and an adventurous book, I went with Alana the First Adventurer by Tamora Pierce. For brevity with whimsical, I went with The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. For Mary Jekyll from The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. With horror, I went with Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. For Lazlo and non-fiction, I went with Otherworldly by Yi-Lum Mak and The Doctor by Dr. Karl Kruszeneski, and I know there was one more, but I've been filming for like an hour. For Paige Mahoney and Middle Grade, I went with Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston and Pet by Akwaeke Emezi. For Britt Marie, I had 2000s vibes and went with The Help by Catherine Stockett. For Christian Grey, I got Thought Provoking, and so I went with The Ethical Slut by Janet W. Huddy and Dossie Eston, and Girls and Sex by Peggy Orstein. For The Hades from Katie Roberts' World, I got sci-fi, so I went with The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. For Addie LaRue, I got Epic Fantasy, and so I went with The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. For Eve Brown, I got Cozy Vibes, so I went with Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry, as well as The Tea Dragon Society by Kay O'Neill. And the last one that I got was Astrid Parker, and for that I had contemporary or literary fiction, and I went with Queenie by Candice Cartier-Williams. There were definitely some interesting combinations in the books that I got to pick, as well as the characters I was picking them for. This definitely wasn't an easy combination of individuals, but I'm so happy that I managed to find at least something for everyone, even if they were a bit tentative. I think the hardest one for me was Fitz with graphic novel, because it's just not what I envisage him reading. So definitely a struggle for that one. But if you would like to let me know any of the combinations down below and what what book you'd recommend for them. I'd love to know. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm so happy that Erin created this for me to be able to do. So if you'd like to do this as well, I haven't even got a title for it, but I think it's going to, I'll just title it like character mood recommendations and see how we go with that. But thank you, Erin, once again, because you're an absolute godsend, and this was chaotically fun. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!